Welcome back to another video. Your favorite chess YouTuber, Levy Rozman, is going for jam and he's playing in Italy right now, and the game I'm about to show you happened yesterday and Levy did something insane. Everybody was shocked, I opened Twitter after work and then I see a tweet from Arthur Nixons who is saying that some unbelievable game happened, so I go check it out, and then what I see is something that's absolutely blown my mind. So stick around and see what happens. Knight f3, d5, g3, g6. Levy again goes for something random, some ready stuff. He's trying to play something that, I don't know if he knows those positions, but anyways, Knight a3, maybe he prepared it. I know in the round before he actually lost the game to an Indian player, and now he's looking to strike back. Queen d2, bishop e6, queen d3, bishop a3 takes take, so I'm not sure about this. Maneuver knight d6 and b4, basically doubling pawns early on. Knight cd2, so Levy is going for e4, e5 at some point. Knight f5, e3, g4, knight d6, so here basically after e3, protecting d4, opponent replies with the best c5. Basically this bishop is here for a reason, and this position is looking really good for black pieces. Actually, I kind of like it more with black pieces. Even though computer is still saying, white are slightly better, but still, it's a good position to have. And here, Levy's opponent takes an exchange, and Levy sacrifices it for a pawn. He sees that basically there are double pass pawns, and potentially he can organize, all this, rush on queen side. And also this bishop is looking towards b7 pawn. So it might be very unpleasant. Knight c8, queen f4, threatening b7 pawn, bishop d5, queen b4, knight a7, e4. Threatening the bishop, still trying to take on b7, bishop c6. So according to the computer, and this is the move which actually comes to mind first, because knight c6, let's say queen b7, there is some rook b8, queen a6 and knight b4. Again, it's from human perspective, which is hard, you give up a pawn on b7, you give white those three powerful pawns, and now you just hope that, alright, you might save the game or you might not, but actually this knight on b4 performs a good role of the blocker. That didn't happen, as after bishop c6, Levy plays queen c3. Queen c7, knight e5. So I'm not sure, actually, yeah, b4 kind of looks strong, because then you go b5, but then at the same time, you don't probably want to rush with this, because then at some point black might play b6, trying to ruin your pawn structure. Knight d5, rook d8, and now knight c4. And again, Levy could have achieved some advantage if he played g5. And again, this move looks, kinda interesting, because yeah, you're trying to go for this, but you gotta calculate this, but apparently there is knight g4 and knight h6 threat, and white will actually take the rook, and the 3-5 queen d2. So I'm not sure, because I'm not sure if Levy even considered g5, because it's, still, again, it's hard to move to find, because yeah, you have this knight g4 idea, but at the same time you have to calculate this. I didn't check this specific moment. You can let me know in the comments what they were thinking, especially the coach, Arthur Nixons. Knight c4, and as far as I know, at the time I'm recording this video, Levy hasn't posted a recap yet. h3, rook d7, knight e3, so it will be very interesting to see his thoughts on this game. Rook d3, queen a5, rook d7, knight d5 takes, knight c6. And this is the moment of some unexplainable, thing that happened to Levy's mind. And that's actually the best line in this position. If Levy would have done something different, he would have lost this game. But what he did is apparently one of the things that a lot of players discussed already on Twitter or X, however you call it, and it is insane. So let's say he goes for some queen a8, there is actually rook d8 and he's completely losing. So d takes c6, and after rook d2 takes, if he plays c takes b7, checkmate is coming here. So instead, Levy has to do something different, and he plays queen b2. He sacrifices his queen for the whole rook, and now it turns out that white are winning, because after queen b2 takes, those 4 pawns are unstoppable. So black could actually save this game, and by saying save this game, it was actually still a hard work to find all the lines, because now according to computers the best move is queen e1, and the advantage is only plus 1.06, but after move queen d1 the advantage is plus 4.5. King h2, queen d8, b4. So first mistake, never mind. a5. Levy is pushing his pawns. King g1. Now takes, and queen e5, final mistake. So according to computer, after h5, I mean guys, from human's perspective, it's just hard to play moves and understand why it's a draw. I mean, computer can say whatever he wants, but it's hard to understand why, let's say, h5 draws and queen e5 doesn't draw, right? So I'm not sure. I mean, let's check. Takes. Let's say go for a6, queen f4, and apparently there is some perpetual idea. So let's say a7, there is queen c1, and it is a draw. But what happened in the game was basically queen e5, basically same idea, right? So this, queen e1, this, queen e5, king g1, goes back, king h2, queen e5, and it looked like Levy is going to take for a draw, but no, he's going forward. And now the only draw which would have drawn is to play queen c3. And again, it is hard to understand why this is a draw. Apparently after f3, let's say this pawn is about to be promoted, but queen b4, c6, queen b6, and all the pawns are stopped. That's actually an unbelievable position to play. So in the game, h5 was played. The guy is trying to basically open the king, and it looks, honestly, I mean, it looks obvious and logical. a7, so this pawn is about to be promoted to queen. Takes, queen f5, queen e5, f4, queen e3. So again, queen e1 is a draw, and apparently king g4, queen e6, and white can't do anything. But after queen e3, bishop f3, queen g1, king h3, it turns out that slowly black are running out of checks. This, queen d3, king h2. And there are no more checks on dark squares, because this is a pawn which blocks everything. And this or this is about to happen, and Levy won this chess game. He's 4.5 out of 7. He won't be able to get a gem norm in this tournament. He is probably still losing some rating due to his loss in the round before, but if he plays good in the last 2 rounds, you know, he might get some like rating points, and probably I would say 2375 or 2380 would be a great result for him, because he's generally playing lower rated players in this tournament. He should choose a better tournament. I mean, at this point, you know, Levy is on the verge of becoming something more. He'll definitely get 2400, there's no doubt in that, but then that's 2500 barrier. That will be insanely hard to break, so let's see what happens. That's a great game. Let me know in the comments what do you think. I'll see you in the next recap. Branches tour, I mean, underway. Sorry I didn't make a video about this, but you know, it will come out tomorrow. Bye bye.